Hey guys, it's your boy Ben, and I've not done uploads in, it's like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's probably coming up to 3 weeks, which isn't great. Kind of a moody video, I guess, probably because it's coming up to 2 a.m. And I wasn't originally going to do this, but I'm like, I have to do something. I have to put something out there. If you see me kind of like look more towards this way, then it's because I want to make sure the video looks good, and also the mic is here and not there where the camera is, which doesn't make much sense for these videos, but when I'm streaming and recording, it makes sense to be looking this way. Yeah. Anyway, no videos for a little bit, and I've even barely been working on them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna act like, don't worry, I've got this huge project. And I've not. I'm just a terrible human being. Yeah, we'll see where this update. I've not even got a plan. I just kind of hit record and we'll see what happens. So why have I not been actually doing much? Well, I've been working. Usually we have a dark week in between shows. If you don't know, I work at theatre. We have a dark week in between shows, and not a movie theatre, theatre plays and such. But we didn't this time, and we had a lot of techs. So, you know, technical rehearsal things going through the new show. So there was a lot of shifts going for that, which just meant I was working from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. For a good 3-4 days in a row. So yeah, that was fun. That was quite interesting. But it also meant that I couldn't really get much done, which was a real shame because you're not doing much there. So, I mean, I tried to start writing a new script. I'm getting through it. It's gonna be like my favorite films of the year so far. I could do one for that on games, even on TV shows or something like that as well. So I was doing that. I was also reading through Watchmen as well, which I'm loving at the moment. But yeah, this is the serious bit. If you want to tune out, if you don't want to hear about shitty or depression, then tune out. That's fine. But I mean, it's one of the other main reasons that I just haven't really been doing much. Is just, if you've been following the channel and me for a while, you know that I have depression. Kind of comes and goes. Yeah. I don't really get. I'm not treated for it at the moment. I don't get therapy or anything like that because I've got enough fucking shit to do other than having to go see a therapist. Maybe it'd be beneficial, who knows. I was on meds for at one point where it was really bad, where like I said, it's gonna be very serious, where suicidal thoughts were very, very prevalent. And it's never been that bad, but over the past couple of months it's been still not great. Still suicidal-ish thoughts from time to time. Like I said, nothing that has ever been that bad, and that sucked because it was at the end of college, which somehow I still managed to get 2 C's and a B, which I know isn't amazing, but considering the fucking state I was in at that time, I was amazed that I passed anything, because that was when it was at its absolute worst and when I first started going on meds, and it was terrible. Frisk is still cleaning herself, lovely. Yeah, so it's never been that bad, but it comes and goes, and you know, and obviously that impacts my drive to create and make new things, and it's been a real shame because I mean, I love the response that the Kendrick and Run the Jewels and Logic as well, that did start getting a few more views, but especially the Kendrick Lamar and the Run the Jewels videos got. That was a really great response, even from people like Ed, who I know he's a friend, so there's a bias there, but him saying that, you know, I make him want to listen to those artists, and then even other friends like Guy didn't listen to Run the Jewels before that video and then started listening to them, and now we're going to a concert. of them when they come back to the UK later this year, and that's really cool. That's what I want from those videos, essentially. It's what I want from a lot of my videos, and what I hope to do with games and films and TV as well in the future, is just to be like, hey, here's a really cool thing, here's why it's really cool, and maybe even if you don't like it, here's why you should maybe appreciate it or respect it, or here's why other people such as myself like it. And then hey, if you end up liking it and getting into it, then that's also fantastic. And the fact that the Run the Jewels videos, the Run the Jewels and Kendrick videos, had that impact on some people is amazing, because that's exactly what I want to do, and it's what I wanted to do forever. And it's happened from time to time, but with the music stuff, especially with how easy it is to just, listen to music rather than invest time into playing an actual game, I suppose it's a little easier to be like, hey, check these guys out and this is why you should, because it's not that hard to just go on YouTube and be like, Run the Jewels 3, entire album. Hey, there it is, especially for something like Run the Jewels. I know Kendrick's new album, for example, isn't up. Because I assume they are on it with copyright strikes. But yeah, there are some fantastic music videos though, with that New Element music video. That was so good. And there was also a fantastic Nerdwriter video on that. I really like that response, especially that one comment on the Kendrick video, which was, what was it now? Saying I never really listened to rap or hip hop, but after watching your video, I gave Kendrick a shot. I just got through Good Kid, Mad City, and I loved it. I'm moving on to Pimp a Butterfly now. I'm like, that's fucking great. That's even better than oh, I liked rap, but I never checked out this artist. The fact I never really, because that's especially with the Kendrick video. That's what I wanted to convey is if you've just dismissed rap, that's why I mentioned my dismissal of it as a younger kid at the start of that, because you can be that, you can still be like that now, but you can be like me and then move on to appreciating it. And I think that's a wonderful thing to do, is to just move on and expand and broaden your horizons and appreciate more art in a deeper way, in a deeper sense. I think that's arguably one of my problems, is that I never have one focus, and because of that I can't just stick to one thing and be like, this is the thing that drives me. I'm so fucking passionate about this one thing, because I'm just quite passionate about a lot of things, like games, but I'm also really passionate about films and music. It used to be just games, but then I got so into films and the craft of that, and then so into music and that, especially with hip hop. And I think that's quite hard, and it makes it hard to nail down a video that I want to do. Yeah, and then with depression, and that means that I obviously lack motivation in and of itself. I just find other things to do. I work out. I mean, it's good. At least that's a healthy habit, It's good that I work out and I try to stay healthy and stuff, because a lot of people let that go, especially when they're depressed. I do that, and I watch things, and I just do things to keep me busy, but I'm not being productive. And I know that I'm not being productive, but it's because I don't fucking want to be. And that's not a good thing, I know, especially when you've got a YouTube channel. But it's something that's really difficult to help. Yeah, it really is. And I don't know, I just find it really tough sometimes, especially, arguably even more so when I get really good feedback off of a video, because I'm like, well shit, how am I going to follow that up? the Run the Jewels video, I definitely think that could have been better. I should have gone more in depth on the backstory of LP. I did a lot of backstory on Killer Mike just because I like him more, and then didn't do nearly enough on LP just because I'm like, well, it segued so well, so let's just stick with this momentum. But no, I should have stepped back and done a full backstory on him as well. But I'll keep that in mind for the future and hopefully improve things. Yeah, depression really sucks, obviously. And it sucks because I'm trying to find things to define my life by and give myself purpose, and then have the motivation to actually do those to give me purpose, if that makes any sense. Because it's like, you know, if you're trying to find something to do with your life, whatever, then it's not really something that you can just happen upon, I mean, normally anyway, and just kind of fall into it and have it be easy. It's something that you got to really work at, and then you find reward from that. And when you're dealing with really shitty thoughts, really bad ones, then it makes that harder to do because you're so fucking caught up in your own head. And while sometimes I'm like, I just need to do this to just not be thinking about that anymore, and sometimes that'll be fine, but other times it'll impact my work, and I don't want my work, especially for you guys, to be shit. I don't want it to be a waste of time. I don't want it to be a waste of time to watch, like this video probably fucking is. Yeah, so that's why I guess I keep doing things to keep me distracted. I'm learning Japanese, which is great, because Duolingo just recently added that to their app, which is fantastic. Still trying to play the piano, trying to learn my favorite piece at the moment. See how that goes. Yeah, it's just all these other things to kind of keep me busy and kind of satisfied. And I'd love for this channel to obviously take off and do really, really well. That'd be great. It'd be amazing. But it's not going to do that if I don't make any content. But doing consistent content when you've got a job that you need to hold down and all of this other stuff that's going on, even just in my head, whether it's external or internal, there's just a lot of things fighting me to make it stop. It's very just, you know, it's just excuses in the end, isn't it? It's just a load of bullshit that I could really do without. And I wish I didn't have to deal with it. I wish there's just so many days where I just consistently think I don't want this. I don't want to have to think about this, whatever I'm thinking about. And there are various sources of it, and I know what they are. And I wish they would fuck off. But a lot of the time, it's not really things in my control, or it's things in my control / things in my head and things that my mind keeps going back to, and I'm not gonna fucking talk about them there, because then this is already pretty personal, of course. Then I think it gets a little too personal. Maybe after some time where I've had time to separate myself from it, where there's been more of a time between, a distance, then I'll talk about it more, because I think that these are important things to talk about with people and with you guys, and be honest about things, so it's not just, hey, there's been no content just because I didn't feel like it, because I always feel like it. I always love the satisfaction that comes from putting together a video and like being really satisfied with the edit by the end of it, and then seeing a positive reaction to it, especially in comments, like seeing those stats of was like 45, 46 likes to 1 dislike on the Kendrick video. It's really nice. That's satisfying in and of itself. And then, as I was mentioning before, the comments just make that all the better. Seeing what people liked about it, or even seeing what they didn't like, and then that gives me motivation, arguably even more, because then I was like, oh shit, I could do that better. Let's make another video where I improve on that, address that criticism, and maybe it'll blow up even more, who knows. Yeah, I mean, and then part of it is like, but what if it doesn't? What if it might even be a better video, but what if it doesn't get as many views? What if it's, you know, it doesn't blow up as much? Because there's so many different factors to impact that, and a lot of the time it's luck. Especially when most of the places that you want to advertise your stuff and put it out there just consider it spam. And like, while I get that, it's just kind of annoying and shitty, because it's like, yeah, crazy, I know, right? I want people to watch my work. What? Who would have thought? Of course I do. You know, I'm not forcing it. By putting it out there on wherever I am, that, because there's so many places where it's like, if you put it out there, then it's like, that's spam. Self-promotion can't be having that. You need somebody else to do it, and not a friend or anything, you know, just some random viewer. But it's like, yeah, obviously I want you to watch my work. I'm not forcing you to. If you want to watch it, and then you hate it, sure, that's fine. I would love to know why, than just a dislike or whatever. But I don't see a lot of the problem with it. You know, as long as it's not obnoxious, as long as it's not watch my video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. It's like, hey, I made this video on this thing, check it out if you want. I think that's perfectly fine. Plenty of people do that, and, well, not plenty of people, because it's not allowed in a lot of places, but some people do that, and then I check it out, and I'm like, okay, pretty cool. And that's how I discover some channels. Although that's one of the other things, is that I need to not be watching as many channels as I do, because it's just, yeah, another distraction from doing my own content is just watching other people's, and then sometimes that can be disheartening, because I'm like, well shit, stuff I'm making is never going to be as good as these guys, or yeah, I just don't have the analytical skills or the editing skills or something like that to put this time. Oh, just sometimes I just don't have the fucking time. I mean, that's why the Patreon's there, is because the more money I get on that, the less shifts I have to take, and then the more time I can spend doing videos and stuff. But I don't expect people to fucking donate to that when they're not getting too much content to begin with. You know, from this video, would you even trust me to use that extra time on a video anyway? Or would you be like, I'm not fucking paying Zoe can take time off to be more depressed? And yeah, I wouldn't blame you, because who knows, that's what might happen. I don't think so. I think if somebody was spending their own money, this isn't a fucking plea for patrons, by the way, but if somebody is giving me money to do something, then I'm probably going to do it, because I feel like I have an obligation, and you know, that kind of overrides my mindset of like, whether you want to or not, you're fucking doing this because people want you to enough that they are paying you to do it. That's why I go to work, that's why it takes so many shifts and all that, because it's like, first of all, money's nice, second of all, it just feels like you have some sort of purpose, and that's quite nice. There's some sort of driving force behind it. And if I'm getting paid to do something, even if it's as indirectly as something like Patreon, it's still a thing of, hey, this person is doing this thing so you can do this thing, so do the thing, if that makes any sense. Yeah, this was a really long, rambly video. I'm sorry I haven't made anything. Yeah. The human brain really sucks, and it's kind of shitty, mine especially. it's not good at staying motivated for long because it keeps going back. Stupid shit and then getting caught up in itself. Not great. It's not a great habit. I don't recommend it. But if you're out there, you feel the same, just know you're not alone. Plenty of us deal with it. We'll get past it. I'll get past it. I don't know how long it'll take. But, I mean, hopefully not too much longer because it's starting to get really boring. Yeah. If you've made it this far into this shitty video, then you're clearly somebody who cares about me or the channel. And I just want to say I really fucking appreciate that. I wouldn't have watched this entire video if I was you. So, if you have, then I love you. Thank you so much for doing that. That really means a lot to me, to spend your time with me. Yeah, thanks. And I hope to see you soon with some actual content. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, have a great day, whatever time it is for you. See you soon.